This is how you get to reap the rewards of your morning. Fresh brewed coffee on the tailgate.
You put your gun up?
Yeah, my gun's already in the case and everything. I even remember to turn my red dot off. Well, it is officially the first day of my 2025 turkey season here in Mississippi. Season actually opened up over the weekend, but we had some really bad weather blow in and we just wasn't able to get out there and get after them. So I'm making a little bit of time in my schedule this morning and gonna go into work a little bit later in the morning and go up here to this public land and hunt for a few hours. It's actually kind of close to where I'm doing this job that I've got, so worked out really good, and I should be able to hunt till maybe 10 or 11 o'clock, and hopefully we'll be able to make something happen by then. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear and see. I'm kind of going up here on a whim. I've got some friends that hunt this area and have some good luck, and I'm hopeful, but you just never know about this kind of thing when you go to a new area that you hadn't actually scouted or put any boots on the ground. So this is going to be kind of a scouting trip too, but I'm going to be real aggressive and just move from spot to spot, seeing what I can come up with. Hopefully I can get on some birds. I'd love to kill one this morning. That'd be real nice. If they still hanging in there after all these storms and rode it out through these high winds and flooding, it ought to be a pretty decent morning. The weather's going to break kind of warm and sun's gonna pop out, so we'll just have to kind of play it by ear and see. But y'all hang with me. I'll see you guys when we get to the woods. All right, I'm out here. I'm kind of set up on this little high knob, listening down into this creek bottom. There's two different creeks come together right here. There's a bunch of other trucks kind of surrounding this whole area, but there's several thousand acres right here, so I drove a good ways away from everybody else and actually got on the opposite side of the main road from where everybody was parked. So who knows? They probably know, they obviously know something, or there wouldn't be that many of them surrounding that area. But I guess I'm going to kind of be the oddball out and get in a different spot. But I'm going to sit here for 30-45 minutes and just listen. I've had an owl fired up and hooting and nothing's gobbled, and I've had several crows come through and a hawk and nothing's gobbled, so don't know. They could just be quiet. I mean, I'm going to give them on up into the morning a little bit. It's bitter cold right now. There's still vehicles coming down this road right here behind me like crazy, so I'm just going to play it out and see how it turns out this morning. I think I'm hearing a turkey gobble back to my left, but it's a long way off. I'm pretty sure that's a bird gobbling. Luke and I just got out here and got set up in a different spot than where I was at the beginning of this video. We've got birds gobbling pretty much all around us. I know we counted at least 3 different birds, but we're set up, I'm going to say within 75 to 100 yards of a gobbler right now. We're kind of set up on the edge of a ridge, hoping he'll pitch down into this little bit of it's kind of like a little creek draw, so he's bad close. It's going to be tight if it works out this morning, but we're just going to hope for the best. See how it There's definitely two birds right here. I am. Right here, Luke, right in front of me. See him? It's a Jake. It's two Jakes. I think so. Oh, it's a gobbler. He's strutting right down my gun barrel. The one behind him's a Jake. Can you see him? There's 3 or 4 or 5. I can't move. It's Jake's, I'm telling you. It's Jake's. I've never seen a Jake strut. I mean, I could shoot him, but I don't feel real good about it, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. I know it. That's deceiving. That was still freaking awesome. We made a perfect move and a perfect setup. And they never saw us. I can't see them anymore. I mean, they've moved on down the ridge out of sight for me, but... Alright, we're going to get up and move down into this creek bottom a little bit further. Those Jakes was kind of eased on by. We let them work their way out of the area. They never did see us or get spooked, but they were working their way down into this bottom, so we're kind of hoping that these birds we've been hearing are going to be either working down in that bottom or they're already down in that bottom. I know that usually that area kind of greens up first, so we're hoping they might go down there and feed a little bit. We're going to go down there and make a setup and do a little bit of calling, just kind of see how it goes anyway. I'm hoping they'll have to come in here pretty close. They've got a little bit of brush in here. Alright guys, we just got out of the truck. The first spot we stopped at to call and see. And we've already got birds gobbling. We think there was 2. We're not sure, but we got set up. And we're going to make a sit and call for a minute, just see what happens. Both cameras are off. Well, you can't make this up, folks. This is one of the craziest hunts of my entire life. I just did that little interview and sat down, and we called one time, didn't hear anything, and then we went quiet, and Luke looked over to his left, and there were 3 longbeards coming in, and they got about 45, 50 yards, and they kind of hung up, and Luke got on the one in the back, and I got on the one in the front, and we counted them down. Y'all just check this out. Mine has got a little bit of beard rot, but he's still plenty legal. Maybe 1-inch spurs. And Luke's bird, he's got a pretty good rope on him. I'm gonna say, what do you think, Luke? 10-inch beard?
Well, yeah, probably 9, 10.
9, 10-inch beard. And he's got some hooks on him.
Yeah, decent.
What's funny is these were the smaller 2 of the 3.
I'll take it all day long.
We had a hard time. We couldn't get on the bigger bird. He stayed a little bit further back than the front 2, and we could tell they were all 3 mature gobblers.
He was the only one that went full strut.
And he blew up and went full strut, but he stayed behind the first 2. And they got in here, and it's kind of open in here, and they couldn't see no hens. And they got a little bit spooky. And it was just one of them things where there was no way I could get the camera turned on fast enough. I mean, it happened in a matter of, what you say, from the time we got out of the truck till we killed these birds, maybe 10 minutes.
If that, yeah.
And the chance to do a double.
Yeah.
It's one of the craziest hunts of my entire life.
If we wouldn't have shot when we did, it was probably all over.
We didn't have no other chance. I mean,
Would you say 40 yards?
I'd say
roughly?
40, 45. Well, they both jumped up on this big log right here. They were standing in 2 different spots on this log, and both of them had their heads raised up and looking around, trying to see where the hen was coming from. And like I said, it just happened so fast. I mean, but that was really cool. A double on public land. I mean, you can't ask for a better hunt than that.
Yep. That's my first, second public land bird.
Mine went dead. The red dot is where it's at, I think. Look, he flopped a bunch of his feathers off.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, you made a right call counting down when you did. I'm glad that I caught it in time to realize what was going on.
Very good enough.
Yeah, he looks good. Huh?
Kind of falls.
Well, you just hold him up with the fan.
Taking pictures.
It's recording, so I'll just put a still.
Does that fan look like everything's intact?
Yeah, it looks good. Mine's clean too. You want to look at the camera, or
Yeah, hang on.
should we smile, or
Yeah.
I guess, shouldn't we?
All right. How much you spreading yours out?
All the way down.
Like that?
Yeah. I'm sure we got it.
That looks good to you.
Look how much bigger his fan is than this one. He's probably just a year older.
Probably. Man, I'm gonna tell you, that's the first doe I've ever pulled in my life. I'm glad to say it was with you.
I have to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical that was going to work out right there.
Yeah.
But we really held that together.
Yeah. Well, at first, I was scared that your bird was on to something before the other 2. And I was about to be like, dang, that bird's going to blow it for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, just calm down, because I knew you was reading that bird, and he was acting funny. And you knew you had to hurry. You've hunted long enough to know you had to hurry or something was about to go wrong. And then about that time, it looked like he kind of calmed down when them other birds came in.
When he sort of settled for a second,
Yeah.
I had already got my gun up. See, I was already looking down my dot.
Yeah.
So, like, I knew I was on him at any time. And then once you started to count down,
you see, I
I
didn't even
saw
shift.
you shift. Yeah.
I didn't get to shift until he went.
Yeah, till right before you shot.
He went behind this tree, and I was like, okay, I got a gap. And then I moved. And when I got on him, that third bird, I was like, he's there, and he's a big one, but that one's in my sights.
Yeah, I couldn't even get. There's no way I could have got on that back bird.
No. Well, he was so far left.
Yeah, he was way. He
If
done
we'd
went
had a
way
third
back.
person,
Oh
we could
yeah,
have
we
tripled.
might could have shot all 3 birds.
Yeah, because if they would have been kind of angled more that way anyway, that would have been a perfect shot for them.
I just can't believe it worked out like that. I mean, we walked in
Have
here.
you told Lauren?
Never have
And
hunted in here before.
We got a long walk back to the truck, man.
I know. I can literally see it.
Out of my cheek. It did it again. All right, here, when I'm down like this and I'm shooting, it does this. It jumps and right there on my cheek. Every time I'll be squatted down like this and I go to shoot, that tungsten just, it hits different. But I'd rather take that and have a bird with me any day.
Well, we better prepare for this super long walk.
Yeah.
You know, we did just get far enough in here that I actually can't see the truck.
Like what, right here?
But I know it. We're not 100 yards from the road. I'm gonna give it to you this time. You killed the bigger bird.
Well, for now.
I didn't have no choice.
I'll take either one of them.
I shot the bird I had to shoot at the time, and I'm tickled to death. I can't believe we pulled a double.
No, I can't either. Especially after this morning.
Yeah.
Everything didn't really pan out, but
We're in a totally different area. We drove 15 minutes down the road to a whole nother area from where we hunted and seen all them jakes this morning. But those 3 plus what we heard this morning, I'm gonna say we've heard probably close to 10 birds today. Easy. This is one of those situations, folks, where experience in an area paid off, I think, because this was a pen that I had dropped 2 or 3 years ago that I had heard some birds in here back a while back, and we just kind of come to this spot on a whim, and the odds that you go 2 places in a row and hear birds back to back is pretty slim without the history. But one thing I'll say is that just be diligent about getting out and calling, because we almost didn't get out. We almost didn't get out of the truck. We were about to leave, and we got out and thought we'll just hit this little glass call one time, and these birds fired off. And we knew they were close. We knew it was going to be kind of tight, but I mean, here we are. Paid off. Couldn't ask for much better of a morning than that right there. Public land double. Pretty good stuff. This is how you get to reap the rewards of your morning. Fresh brewed coffee on the tailgate.
You put your gun up?
Yeah, my gun's already in the case and everything. I even remember to turn my red dot off. Who knows, man? Maybe the red dot was my saving grace. I've missed every bird I shot at the last 2 years. That's the first time I've ever shot at one with it since I got that red dot. I hate I didn't get that on camera for everybody, but at the same time, I mean...
My dad said birds getting stupid. Corey killed him, I killed him, I killed one yesterday.
Maybe we're just getting better. That's what I'm doing an everyday sportsman merch plug right here. For anybody that happens to still be watching this video, you can go to everydaysportsman.net and order some of our shirts. There's my plug right there. Shameless, guiltless plug.